Welcome back to World Builder Wednesdays. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a couple of different things, but the most important is that creator spotlights are finally back. We just announced the winner of Pitchfest last Tuesday, with The Missing Piece moving into development as a theatrical film. Now, it's just in development. That doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to be produced, but I've got some very high hopes for this project. I really love the world, I love the creators, and so I'll be sitting down with them for an interview in just a minute. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is our ongoing Instagram challenge. You should be following us at Lego World Builder on Instagram to get all of the latest news, to see all of the challenges that we're running, because we have a different one every month. And this month, it's 2x2 2022. So there's only 5 days left to submit to the challenge, but we want you guys to build any kind of thing you can imagine. Like, it can be a ship, it can be a mech. You can just get super creative, but we want you guys to use only pieces with a 2x2 stud base. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments on Instagram. A bunch of people have already asked about part eligibility, so you should be able to find all of the answers you need right there, or send us a DM. Now, let's get on to that interview. Today, I'm here with Sergio Gomez and Daniela Moran, the creators of The Missing Piece, which was recently put into development as the very first project from Pitchfest. So, how excited were you guys when you heard the news about The Missing Piece?
It is amazing. It's just the biggest news ever, and we're just so excited to see what happens next. And it was great news, absolutely.
I was in shock. I couldn't believe when they announced it, and we were just like talking through WhatsApp, and we were like, "Oh, can you believe this?" We were really, really excited, and honestly, like, it feels like a dream. I think we're still kind of like processing the news, but we're really, really excited for our idea to go into development.
Yes. So The Missing Piece was put into development. It's not in production yet, but we all have our fingers crossed. I'm sure you guys were over the moon. I think it's like everyone's dream, especially for Lego World Builder architects, to be put into development. And I'm really glad that, that Pitchfest allowed The Missing Piece to, hopefully come to fruition. So speaking of The Missing Piece, I know that we've talked about Pitchfest a lot, like in the last few weeks on Instagram and, a little bit in a previous World Builder Wednesdays episode. But what inspired you guys' work behind this world?
We got inspired by life itself also, because we were thinking that when you choose like to be a creative in like this world, in a real world, it's kind of tough. And we got inspired because Lego as a company is like very creative and really encourages people to build stuff and come up with new ideas. And as a creative ourselves, we felt that this idea would fit great into Lego world, and also to give like this positive message that you don't have to get rid of that creative part of yourself when you're growing up and when you're going into work yourself. So that's kind of like the idea.
Yeah, and also we know, Uday, you are a pretty young guy also, and we all go through that phase in life where we kind of have to stop playing, or at least we are told to. And when you're a child, you can change your imaginary profession every single day. One day you're an astronaut or soccer player, whatever. But as you grow older, people start to tell you you have to get serious, right? And this movie, it's about that phase in life that we all have to go through, and we can do it in a different way.
And I think that that's perfect for Lego fans, because I feel like pretty much every Lego fan goes through, like a dark age where they aren't buying any sets and they aren't playing anymore. Because I feel like, as you get into high school, like less and less people are still, like building with Lego. And then especially in college, Lego's an expensive hobby. Like, a lot of people can't afford it like anymore. So I know that, like, personally in my own life, I'm gonna have to start like cutting back a little bit, like in the next year or so. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think that that's a universal feeling. And so I think it's great that you guys are tapping into that. And I think that it's a perfect marriage with Lego. I wanted to know how you guys got involved on like a world builder as an architect team, because that's not something that we see a lot, but I think that is really cool.
Well, we were working together in different projects, and we knew we liked to work together. I've been a part of the Tongal community for since I was in college. I think I didn't know about this platform in particular. This is our first project in the World Builder platform. funnily enough, and we decided to take that chance, and we saw this creative prompt that we really liked, and we went for it. So that's how we decided that, and it just made sense to do it together in that style and in that way.
Yeah, I still remember the day that Sergio was like, hey, like this is something we can do together. Like there's this cool opportunity and we get to create a new world. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like we have nothing to lose. And we had so much fun creating it. We didn't actually plan it to go as far as it went. And now looking back, of course, we're really happy that that happened. But it was just something we did because we wanted to tell a story. We wanted to give a message. We wanted to have fun creating. And I think that is what actually led us to this. And I don't know, like it was just so much fun trying to figure out the characters, the world, and just the whole process was something that we learned a lot from.
Also, I think we wanted to try ourselves as creators because we both have different jobs, and we don't have a lot of free time to be also creating other stuff. And this was a great opportunity because it was so much fun. And as Danny said, we didn't went into this with the mindset of, oh yeah, we wanna win the whole thing. It was just for the fun.
I do think that that's really important. I feel like a trend is emerging among, like the few projects that have been, greenlit from like a world builder, because I was like the first person whose idea was produced, the short film Golden Hour, which I'm sure you guys have heard about.
Yeah.
But I didn't for a second think that that was going to get anywhere. I was just like, oh, like I'm a Ninjago fan. I'm just going to throw things up for fun. I did it in like an hour, like one night, and then I just kind of forgot about it. And I think that you're right. Like you need to go into it with the mindset of just trying to have fun and trying to tell a good story. And I'm thrilled that you guys have made it so far. I think that that's really, really great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, what's next for you guys? Are you going to keep collaborating on like a world builder as the missing piece moves into development, or do you have like any other ideas?
Well, we have a ton of ideas individually. Danny has her own projects, and I do as well. We have work to do for other companies. We have many projects in line, but we definitely want to try to keep going in this universe, in this Lego platform. And everything has been great. The community, the feedback from Lego, it's a great experience. So we of course want to try to do something else in the near future.
Yeah, I think we are definitely going back to the Lego World Builder just because we felt this process to be like really cool, and they were like really open to hearing different ideas. And honestly, you don't have that every single day. And I think as a creator, that's great. Like you get to explore, you get to have fun, and you have like people from Tongal and Lego that they are willing to give you feedback. They're willing to see this story to come alive. And I think that's why we're gonna definitely keep on creating here. But I think we first need to process the whole information and, like getting to this point of development. And after that, I think we're gonna be like, okay, now we can create again, because it's like really exciting times right now.
And also, it is a pretty good environment to try to create because everyone wants to succeed, but also everyone wants to see that success happen for any other creators and any other architects. So you really feel the community rooting for you and rooting for every idea. And it's always good to have that motivation to create something new.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So thank you guys so much for sitting down with me today. I'm really excited to see where this goes, and I definitely will keep an eye out for anything else you guys do on the World Builder platform.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks for the invitation.